Welcome back to Dragon Souls 3. I think it's time that we do a little bit of practice with the whip. And I think it's time that we drop the shield and start going for pyromancy proper. Now, along those lines, we should also start looking at... I'll switch to worker's garb for now. Master's gloves. Sure, let's try something a little bit lighter. Like we'll go for a worker hat setup. Man, that really does look very shabby. But we're gonna go for this a little bit. Get used to. Are we actually in the fast roll? Yes, we're in the fast roll now. So we've got more. We have extra. Whoo! Interesting. Oop. It's a long swing though. Interesting. It definitely... It's got really long range, the whip, which is quite nice. It'll take a little bit of practice though. Now then. We should be able to be safe in this area.
Ghost reporting. Boo.
We've got fire
Killer
support.
launch detected. You called down the thunder.
Hey, we're not getting shot at. Now then. Finally get that undead bone shard. That's the good stuff. You! This time you're not in a panic to try and get inside. In fact, why don't you come out here?
Never know what hit him.
That's an interesting angle for him to fly at. I wonder actually, do you dare to come out here? Huh? Come on. Come on.
You have something on your face. Got it.
Don't you just love having fire support? We can explore a little bit more of the graveyard now. Aha! Ooh! That's a big sword you got there! We don't hit very hard yet with the whip. That's certainly a major downside. Mortician's ashes. Ashes are an item that you can give to the Shrine Maiden to increase the amount of different items that she sells. Anyway, so physical 90 plus 12 versus 108 plus 108. Like, the broadsword is hitting a hell of a lot harder for now. It's because, one, this one has an upgrade, and two, oh, no, not that, and two, it has that fire gem on it. So I am going to switch back to the broadsword for now. We're certainly going to invest in the whip in the future, because the whip can certainly outpace the broadsword, given enough time and the right equipment. We do also now, you know, we've got a cleric robe that certainly fits Alicia's aesthetic more. The hat is a bit much though, isn't it? But for now, I think we will actually just switch back to the knight suit. Because the knight armor, we're going to drop the shield, however. We're going to start dropping the shield. But the knight does bring us something, something useful. Which is that extra armor absorption for now. Once we're ready to drop below 30 with a decent outfit and with a more optimized whip, we'll start whipping properly. For now, I'm going to compromise by just dropping the shield and bringing on pyromancy in the offhand. After all, for us, double-handing doesn't have that much of an advantage. Now, before I go and deal with the bosses, I have a little task to deal with. Something that I alluded to earlier but haven't done yet. And it's something that we have to do before dealing with one of the bosses. Okay. Now that means that we do have to go through this area. Oh shoot, I have to remember to actually spend 12,000, that's quite a bit. Okay. Huh! You just face plant? I've never seen one of them do that. Fighting around that corner. No, I won't. Okay. Can't I throw it just a little bit further? Well, we'll hit you, and do you then hit the barrel? Maybe if we stand over here. Nope, that doesn't work. Right, we'll make our way down. Actually, we'll probably just run past them this time. Okay. Okay, so that's where you hang out. I keep wondering where that one pops up down from. It comes down from the ceiling. Missed. Oh well. It's okay. So yeah. We're just going to ignore that group and go over the bridge here to the right. There we go. Because yeah, I need to be here for a second. Oh! Ow! Okay. Here, enjoy some fire. Ah! Impressive. Wasn't expecting that third swing. Over this way. Oh, this is actually a point where I would regret not having the shield. Yeah, this is definitely where the shield is helpful. Little shits! Ah, yeah, I forgot about you. And you. Where's the ladder? Okay. And you. Screw you. Screw all of you. I'm coming for you. Right. There we go. That one. Dropped item in that cutscene. So. This is a strange, dark and spooky place. Did it. Time for joy. Praise the finger. Time for I did it. Seems like a boss arena.
Well, what's up? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise?
No.
No, of course you're not. That's what you mad fools always say. But we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping.
Mound makers.
Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. they'll be your family.
A large wooden shield. And this is a sacrificial altar for the Mound Makers, one of the covenants that you can join. The Mound Makers is a weird covenant.
You'll go mad one day, but not today. Take my advice. Use this bone and leave this place.
Okie dokie.
This pit is for hollows, and for the occasional madman fond of piling up victims. You've better things to do, I'd hope.
Yes. I do have better things to do. Anyway, the Moundmaker Covenant is a weird one, because the Moundmaker Covenant... it leaves purple summoning signs rather than the gold of the Warriors of Sunlight, for example. And the Moundmaker Covenant allows you to both help out your host as well as kill them. So essentially, when you summon a Moundmaker as a third party, you're not sure what they're gonna do. They might kill you, or they might help you, or they might do a little bit of both. They might help you get past a tricky area and help you reach a new bonfire and then try to kill you. That would be a very nice Moundmaker. I assume that most will just try to kill you, but the whole point is that it leaves it ambiguous what they're going to do. Anyway, let's go back to the shrine bonfire and spend some of these souls before we start tackling the bosses that we spotted in the last episode. Ah, so many choices.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Very well. Then take nourishment.
I will take nourishment from those sovereignless souls. So here's the tricky bit. We could start investing more heavily into dexterity and make that whip stronger, because the whip scales very heavily off our dex. On the other hand, we could start investing more deeper into the pyromancy stuff. I really want to get the attunement up to 15 so I can equip a second spell simultaneously. But maybe we should just make the one spell that we have hit harder first. Which means also starting to bump up faith. Could start with bumping intelligence. I think I'll start with bumping intelligence because that'll also buff our sorceries. We have almost enough for another level up. Just eating one small soul will do.
Farewell, Ashen One.
For that though...
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
I have some ashes for you.
Gracious, passing fine ash thou hast given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
Right. Purchase an item. So, she now has charcoal pine. How's the charcoal pine bundle from? Anyway, that might be actually worth it because that will bump our whip up to probably the same level as the human pine resin. Because the pine resin imbues the weapon with an element. So charcoal imbues it with fire, and human applies dark. Am I wondering human? Dark? If you've paid attention to cinematic for Dark Souls 1, you know that the Dark Soul belonged to the Furtive Pygmy, and the Furtive Pygmy is the ancestor of humanity. We should buy that torch at some point. Not necessarily right now. Grave key. Key to a door in the Undead Settlement sewer. Well, it's not necessary yet. It's a neat little shortcut, but we don't need it. Chain leggings. Like, the chainmail set is definitely a little bit lighter, potentially worth considering. Okay.
Ashen One, be sure.
Well, we'll see about bringing more souls.
Well, Matt, 'tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
Well, I want to reinforce... Oh, right, we don't have a shard. Oh, yeah, we had a bone fragment. Reinforced weapon. Actually, how many Titanite shards? We have a lot of Titanite shards. Could get the broadsword up to level 2. Could start investing in that whip. Could get the whip to level 3. And the broadsword to level 2. Or we could start switching back to the Uchigatana. Options, options, options. And okay, this one we applied that fire gem to, so it's quite useful just for the early game. It's a nice, reliable, simple weapon. Plus 4. I mean, we gotta go with the whip is... The whip is important. But we don't need to do it all right now. No, I am taking the broadsword up first. To plus 2. And we will soon be using the axe for at least one particular fight. Right then.
Prithee, be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
What we could do with the whip, what we could do
Wasn't he?
is we could infuse the whip. Let's see, what do we have? A skilled whip? Skilled whip would dump our damage down. Not by a lot, but it's a bad idea in general. Yeah, we start getting a strength boost on the whip. Was raw, we bump the damage up significantly, not that significantly, and we ruin, well, not ruin, because we can always reverse it later. We don't get an enormous damage boost for a buff that I don't want to leave on it permanently. Raw basically removes the weapon enhancement from stats that a weapon gets. So it removes the dex bonus. Here you can see it goes from scaling with the C rank in dex to nothing at all. But just the simple damage goes up a lot. But it loses the modifiers. So raw gems are particularly useful for
Prithee, be careful.
characters with wide
I
stat
don't want
spreads.
to see my work squandered.
Because you just might not have the stats to scale stuff well.
Heavens, she was already dead.
Oh, poor Grey Rat.
Heavens, she was already dead.
He currently does not feel very talkative. We should, however, speaking of people who might be more talkative, and there's Cornix.
I am pleased.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that also requires Titanite. Could have a look at some of these other pyromancies. Fire Surge or Great Combustion. They are expensive
Do not
though.
be gone for long.
And we have Irina.
Oh, Champion of Ash. Welcome back. I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now. Your wish is my command.
Miracles. Gradually restore hit points, cure ailments for self and vicinity, homeward. Oh yeah. Turn caster to the last bonfire. Or to the shrine. It's basically the homeward bone effect in a spell. Caressing tears, cure ailments for self and vicinity. That's actually would be quite useful in the near future. But we'd start to actually have to invest a little bit in faith. Item. Ooh, the Saint's Ring allows attunement of an additional spell. Yes, please. Then maybe we will actually...
Have a pleasant journey, champion.
The Saint's Ring will allow us to attune an additional spell. Then maybe we should pick up a new pyromancy. Heck, let's pick up both of those pyromancies. Yeah, it's 4,000, but we're going to want to spend those sooner or later.
Do not be gone for long. What is a teacher?
What is a teacher without a pupil? Does mean that we're broken. We're not really near leveling soon. We do have a lot of souls in the bank. But I think we'll be fine for the next fight. However, this allows us to attune. Right, let's very quickly test these two. Right, Pyromancy Flame. Okay. Nice little flamethrower. Oh yeah, and that's a short range but very powerful just explosion. Boom! And casts pretty quick too. Neat little trick for just getting... Let's try this. Let's give it a test. Let's test this. I wonder which route exactly is the slightly shorter and safer one to the boss fight. You're wondering, why did you rest at that bonfire? It's because I wanted to reset. This way. That lady's not at the door yet. Yeah, this is definitely the shorter route. Now then, I do think I want to have the shield available in the offhand still. Let's see, which one's better? They seem fairly similar. The Night Shield is a little bit more stable. Right then. Now, which one was the bad one? That one. Yeah, you're the red-eye guy. Ah, shoot. He spotted us. That's a big tree. Hey, most of these guys are just fairly simple, relatively harmless mooks. Uh-oh! Hey guys! I'm not gonna tell you guys how to, you know, fight me, but you might consider moving. Yeah, because that might happen. Oh, shoot! Was another... Well... Splat. Ding! That's the first death. Welcome back to Dark Souls. Thankfully, really nice quick run. I used to do the corpse run from the bonfire all the way down that passage, passing through the graveyard, passing back past all the mooks there. Oh wow, our souls really dropped over here. That's convenient. Right. Right. Trying to remember how you fight this guy. Oh! I hear an attack winding up! Yeah, I think you fought this guy mostly by ear. Then you went for the nuts. Ah! Okay. Oh! Don't sit on me! I'm gonna guess that trees don't like fire. Ooh! Excuse me, sir? I would like to set your nuts on fire. Oh, he did not like that. Ooh! Oh, hello? That did not actually hurt him. We might consider trying to still use the fire though, but... Oh, no! Get out of there! We got grabbed! We got grabbed! Help! Drinkies! Drinkies! All that goop! Get over here! Somewhere away from the goop! No. one left. I do the backwards flop. No? Alright, we are out of essence. Right. Oh! We are about to die. Right. I think you know the boss fight now. So now we switch tactics. First off, a tuning. I would like the fireball, definitely. Also, I would like heal aid. No, I think I'll go with these two. This seems good. Very quick check. So. Go before the cleric lady reaches the stairs. And it's time! Time to cube that Ga metal. Courtesy of Mr. Atma. that was, again, faster than I expected. Anyway, this place looks familiar. Yeah, it does. And that's why you have to get that Mountmaker Covenant before you do this boss fight. Otherwise, you'll miss it. But that's okay. I don't particularly plan on doing much with the Mountmaker Covenant, but hey. It's neat to have. Most importantly, however, we have the transposing kiln. Now that is something pretty neat. Also, 9,000 souls. Now, let's go talk to our little friend Ludleth over here.
Fret not, fret not. My feet are here firmly planted. For I am a lord, and this is my throne. Oh, belike it is a transposing kiln in thy possession. Seen better days, but methinks it shall suffice. Now, bring to me a twisted soul. Transposition is the art of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. In transposing a twisted soul, its true power transferreth to thee. Thy purpose is to seek lords and slay them. What's to fear in a little transposition?
Begin transposition! Yeah! The soul of the rotted greatwood can become a hollow cellular greatsword. The soul of Vort can become Vort's great hammer. You might have seen that in my episode 0. Because my character, my previous character used that as one of her primary weapons. There's the soul of the rotted greatwood again. It can turn into Arstor's spear. Which seems like a weapon fairly well suited to us. We just need to bump our dex a little bit, but then we could use Arstor's spear. It's a pretty good weapon. I think it has Shield Splitter, and defeating foes restores hit points. Seems pretty neat. Pontiff's left eye recovers HP with successive attacks. Yes. Bewitched ring the Pontiff's Levon bestowed upon his knights. Knights appearing into this black orb are lured into battles of death, transformed into frenzied beasts. No wonder the Pontiff only provides these rings to those dispatched to foreign lands. Yeah. Great hammer wielded by Vort, the Outrider Knight of the Boreal Valley. The weapon is imbued with frost and causes frostbite. Frost accumulates in the body, causing frostbite which saps health, lowers absorption, and slows stamina recovery. Skill Perseverance. Anchor the weapon in the earth to temporarily boost poise. Damage reduced while activated. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So yeah, this one saps hit points, and Shield Splitter. Large step forward and single thrust to puncture an enemy shields and inflict damage. And the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. That one's... I mean, it's a great sword, so it requires a lot more strength and dex than we have. Well, not a lot more. Actually, I think it literally requires 1 extra point in each. Actually scales fairly well off dexterity, funnily enough. Used for a lifetime by a masked knight, harbors the fears that lurk within the minds of Hollows, particularly effective against them. Bestowed to a proper Mirror Knight long ago, 2-hand to execute special sword techniques. While on the stance, use normal attack to break a foe's guard from below, and strong attack to slash upwards for forward lunge. Pretty neat. I'm not sure which ones we'll take yet. Well, I think that we'll want the spear. I think that does mean that we'll bump our dex a little bit more first. As for the ring, definitely, yeah, we'll take the ring and not Vort's hammer. We'll take those two.
Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be linked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus.
Yes.
Now, do not be a whim.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire.
Mine heart's
Very
desire
well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment.
is to bump up our dexterity by, oh, we need just a little bit more.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Use this one. Use another one of those. And then use one of these. I think that was enough. Actually, I forgot
Welcome
to check.
home. Speak. Very well. Then take.
Oh, right. One more.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flame.
Okay. One more.
Welcome. Speak. Very well. Then take.
Okay.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I mean, having a weapon that restores health seems pretty neat. Let's see, where is it? There we go. And that's the shield breaker. Now, because this one is a boss weapon from some soul transposition, it does not follow the normal upgrade path.
Ah, just good, wasn't he?
It wants Titanite scales. Admittedly, we currently just don't have enough souls. We do have a Titanite scale, but I'm not sure this is the one that we're going to start spending our Titanite scales on. Titanite scales aren't very common or regular. Anyway, I think that is enough for this episode, but just a quick tease. The next soul that we will transpose might be of a little bit more interest to particularly our character build. After all, the next thing that we're going to be hunting is a demon. And demons and fire, well, are linked rather intrinsically. So, I'll see you in the next episode. Boo!